Manchester United deadline day. Was it a winner or was it a stinker? That's my bloody. Oh, that's going to be a good show when you got the other bits going on. Welcome, people. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Manchester United end the transfer window. I mean, there's what, half an hour left. One signing, a goalkeeper, Senne Lammens, however you want to say his name. I've got to be honest with you, Pat. I feel really let down. I feel really disappointed. I don't understand how Manchester United have kind of got to this, to be honest. We've had so much positivity in the summer with players coming and the thought of the bomb squad going. At the moment, we're still waiting for Malacia, Sancho. And I've got to be honest, underwhelming is the word. I think Manchester United have absolutely dropped a bollock here. I think they have. I think the fact that they've missed out on a World Cup winning goalkeeper in Emiliano Martinez and brought in Lammens, who I do want. Please don't get this twisted. I do want him, but I think they've made mistakes. And look, we can go into it in more detail in a sec. I mean, straight away, there's one person who has a big part to play in this, and his name is Jadon Sancho. Always, you know, that jumped up little shit. Seems to always get his own way, doesn't he? But yeah, I feel really sad. Now, look, let's go with the positivity. I will want to come into Manchester United. I'm very happy with that. I am. I think he is a keeper in the future that is going to be absolutely incredible. However, Manchester United here have a decision to make when it comes to playing Manchester City on our first game back at the Etihad. And the decision is, do we put this keeper in who has not played in the Premier League before, is going to have a couple of weeks to get used to the lads, yes, blah, 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 blah. Are we going to put him in a derby match? Because at the moment, you don't want Binder anywhere near it. You don't want Onana anywhere near it. So for me, I feel like Manchester United are going to put this poor lad into the Lions' den. And going by our goalkeeping issues this season, it wouldn't surprise me if something happens. Now, the lad will obviously back himself. Of course he will. He's at his age. I think he probably wants it to move. I think he backs himself to be a Premier League footballer. I think he also backs himself to then get into the international team for Belgium. However, I don't think United have done him good here. I think Manchester United have completely and utterly balls this up. Absolutely balls this up. Let's take it into context. Manchester City, James Trafford, appalling. What have they done? They've gone out there with Donnarumma. Donnarumma will start against Manchester United. We will have Lammens, Onana will be in there. I'm not confident here with this. We said a goalkeeper was important, and we'll get into the midfield ridiculousness in a second. But two questions I have to ask. It's always two questions, isn't it? The first one is, why has it taken us until today, the transfer deadline day, to try and get this over the line? Why did we not bring this goalkeeper in weeks ago? This wasn't mega money. This was 18 million for this goalkeeper. So why on earth, I'm trying not to swear, why on earth have Manchester United waited this long? Get him in before Grimsby. Get the lad some minutes then. But instead, Manchester United have just absolutely topped it up to the highest manner. And I'll get on to that absolute claim Sancho in a minute. I've got a lot to say about that tosser. But I just think Manchester United potentially could ruin this goalkeeper before he's even started. Because look, let's be honest, we're all sitting here, and if I'm wrong, put it in the chat, but we're all sitting here saying, yeah, start Lammens against City. Start him against City, start him away at the Etihad. Yeah, start him there. Yeah. Start him against Haaland. Definitely. He's all we've got. Manchester United, you know, they talk a good game, talk a great game. This kid could have been in weeks ago. Could have had minutes against Arsenal. Could have had minutes against Fulham, against Grimsby, against Burnley. But we delayed it. And some reports tell you that we had 140 million to spend. Where? Honestly, Barad & Co, I don't know what the hell you're talking. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're thinking on deadline day to go and do this. but you've absolutely made a massive cock up here. Let's go through some of the comments. Carl says, evening, I'm guessing this revolves around no midfielder being brought in. No, Carl, it also revolves around the goalkeeper. Look, this is your opportunity, chat. You know, I always take it on board. I always have a chat through it. But this is about the goalkeeper as well. 100% it's about the goalkeeper. Andy, good to see you, mate. He says, evening, everybody. And Dan, pissed myself when I heard that Ten Hag had been sacked after 2 games. And there were some United fans saying that we should never have sacked this fool. Some United fans saying that we were wrong to sack him. There you are. 2 games in, get sacked by Leverkusen. Wahaha, good to see you, my man. Hope you are well, bruh. Not feeling it today, bruh. Not feeling it today at all. Evening, Jamie. Shane, is it a transfer letdown? If we got all our targets apart from the midfield and dispose of the bomb squad, also, who would you want in midfield for the City game? It is a letdown, Shane. It is. It is, definitely. We replaced the front three. Only one of them has scored, one of them's injured. Hasn't played the striker. Hasn't started the striker apart from Grimsby. Goalkeeper, absolutely wrong. If any Man United fan here thinks that who feels confident in putting this lad in front of City at the Etihad, I know we talk about careers being built, and you see a lad come in and they're incredible, but we also see goalkeepers with this team. He's going to face a lot of shots. We see goalkeepers absolutely destroyed after 1 game. So I worry for him. I absolutely worry. And the midfield, we'll go into that in a bit, mate. Jamie says, do you think we'll get anyone else? No, absolutely not. Let me have a look. I've got Twitter ready to go here just in case by some miracle we decide to bring someone else in. But, I mean, there we go. Just call it now. Just call it. Sorry, just drop now. Højlund's gone to Napoli. Brilliant. That's another player. That's another player down. Absolutely phenomenal. You're seeing City going out and doing what they're doing, and we're doing what we're doing. It's just I'm fuming today, guys. I feel let down by the club. Yes, we put him in. One is a potential disaster. The other are 2 certified disasters. Yeah, but wahaha, it's not about that, is it, mate? It's not about one is a potential disaster. This lad should have been allowed to come in and find his way. He is going to come in, have a couple of weeks training, and go straight in against City. Legends are made. Legends absolutely are made from moments like that. But he's 23, played in the Pro League. That's it. I worry. Kev, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. You are a legend yourself, sir. Dan, the Lammens deal was an Isaac NFC exclusive. Any journalist accidentally found his flight from Antwerp to Manchester on flight radar. Good one, nice one, Isaac. Nice one. Morning, evening, everyone. Moxie Sun says the good side of the transfer is that the bomb squad have gone out the door. Disappointing not to get a CDM. I think they've used Emmy to get Lammens deal if they wanted 25 million. Well, I'll go into that in a second. Andy says, last night I thought Martinez was coming and was confident now, a bit deflated. Hope Lammens does well. And we do hope he does well. Look, I ain't sitting here saying I don't back this goalkeeper. I want this goalkeeper to do well. And yes, he probably he absolutely is better than what we've got. And I just worry that we absolutely destroy this poor lad before he's even started. And yes, make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. We go live every night at 6:30. Steve says, I wanted Martinez as well, but I guess it's okay. Well, look, here's the reason Martinez didn't happen. The reports have come out today that the agreement was Jadon Sancho to Aston Villa, 25 million, Martinez to Manchester United, 25 million. They reckon that was the deal. And what happened? I'll tell you what happened. Jadon Sancho, yet again, still having an impact on our club. Said, no, I don't want to go there permanently. No, I don't want to do it. You can't. No, bro. It's not about it. No, I can't do it, bro. No. He's going there on loan. And people go, oh, well, he went there on loan. Yeah. Read between the lines. Yeah. Read between. And in fact, Jadon Sancho, read between the lines, mate. That's for you, yeah. He absolutely knew what he was doing. I ain't going there permanent. I'll go there on loan, though. 80% of my wages paid by United, the rest made up by bonuses. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Because he knows next season he will be a free transfer. He will be a free agent, and he can go out there and he can get his big signing on fee, and he can go where the hell he wants. I tell you what, I hope he go. Honestly, he can go fuck himself. And I'm sorry I'm swearing. I am sorry I'm swearing. But this guy has maneuvered himself into this brain for the last 2 months, thinking he's so much better than he is, thinking he's absolutely unreal and he deserves these big paydays, thinking that the world genuinely really thinks he's a good footballer. Hey, Chelsea sent you back. They paid us. Imagine Chelsea having to do the bank transfer to send your ass back because they didn't want to pay the obligation because they found out, and this is Chelsea, they will quite literally sign anyone. They will sign anyone. And what they did, they said, no, mate, you're too greedy. Off you go. And so you sat there. You didn't have a pre-season, but you were happy to get yourself perhaps getting your girlfriend's middle name tattooed on you. If it was up to me, mate, I would be in that tattoo shop. I would have knocked you spark out, held you down on the bed, and I would have tattooed twice across your head because you are absolutely, without a doubt, the worst person to ever have come to this club. And we have had some bad ones come here. We have had some straight up bad people come here. You are an absolute disgrace. Martinez, Sancho. Didn't get him. Didn't get him because of Jadon Sancho again. I just, honestly, begrudgingly, Rashford, wish him all the best for his career. Begrudgingly, Anthony, wish you all the best for your career. You know, begrudgingly, not begrudgingly, I beg that Malacia gets out and goes and finds somewhere to play. What's happening? We're saying to Mike. Mike, what are you on about? Kev, what are you on about? Chat, Mike. It might be because I'm talking too loud. Anyway, there are players that when they leave this club, I will say, fine, off you go, no problem. Wish you all the best. Jadon Sancho, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no way I want this player. I don't wish this player any happiness because yet again, he dictates what happens with Manchester United. So let's go. Let's. I don't want to talk about that anymore. Honestly, I don't want to talk about him anymore. Just the worst. Let's go through some of these comments. I'm so angry today, man. Dan, interesting question. Would you rather have a transfer window like ours, signing more players but for lower transfer fees to bring in better depth, or fewer but higher profile expensive targets? Well, Isaac, with the greatest of respect, I don't think Forest look good at all at the moment. Yeah, they beat Brentford first game of the season, but Brentford are most people's bet to go down this season. So I suppose on the basis of it, I see what you mean. So bringing in lower transfer fees. Well, Manchester United, Isaac, will never be able to make the transfers that other clubs make. We'll never ever be able to make the transfer to do that because there will always be that added money added onto it. It's Manchester United tax. They hear United coming, and the price goes up. So, big up, Shane. Good to see you, mate. And Steve says, Dan, do you want Le Mans in against City or being there? Well, it's got to be Le Mans, hasn't it? Le Mans, whatever you call him. It's got to be. It has to be him. But yet again, Manchester United are going to set this poor lad up for a fail because what if he makes a mistake? What if he makes a mistake? The media will come for him. Rival fans will come for him. Manchester United could, and you know something, as much as I'm angry at the Sancho situation, Manchester United have had weeks and weeks and weeks. Manchester United should have known after the first game of the season that our goalkeepers were not good enough. They should have known in pre-season that our goalkeepers were not good enough. And they decided to leave it until the 1st of September to try and get a goalkeeper in. They left it till the 31st of August to try and get Emiliano Martinez in. Honestly, I don't understand in what world this ownership, this board, these transfer specialists thought that was the right thing to do. I don't know what their thinking was. But know this, if I asked all of you now, all of you honestly, Emmy Martinez in goal against City or the men's, I guarantee at least 75, if not 85% of you would say Martinez. This guy comes with a big game reputation. This guy's been there and played in hard, high profile matches. And we're going to put this poor lad in there. And then straight after that, he's got Chelsea. And then after that, he's got Sunderland. And straight after that, he's got Liverpool. I think it's absolutely disgraceful. Disgraceful. Dan, I like Dan looking frustrated with Sancho, but at the end of the day, the club have brought it on themselves by giving him such a large pay packet, yet again, self-inflicted problems at United. What do you want me to say to that, Isaac? What do you want me to say? Manchester United, the previous regime, yes, they did. They did, of course, we know that. That's why we've struggled to get rid of players. But we've tried to get rid of this fool for a long time. And yeah, you can say we brought it on ourselves, but as a footballer, as a man, why wouldn't you want to leave? Why wouldn't you want to go play football? You get this career, right? You get this career that every man and woman, in fact, yeah, every person on this planet is not going to get drawn into that conversation. Any football fan, any sports fan dreams of playing football. Any football fan, we'll go with that. Any football fan, that's the whole demographic. Dreams of being a footballer. Dreams of being able to play in front of all those people. Dreams of being adored by fans, hated by rivals. This guy doesn't. There's been so much said about this lad for years, about how his attitude is appalling. Honestly, I wish him nothing but the worst. Nothing but the worst. And he doesn't watch these channels. Of course he doesn't. We've got a small community. I'd like to think that, and I always go against him, but I'd like to think Goldbridge is probably saying the same now, and I hope he is, because he has a much bigger platform where idiots like this fool will see it. But again, it probably won't bother him at all. I feel sorry for Villa fans as well, by the way. I feel so sorry for Villa fans. You know what I'd do if I was United? Just out of spite, really. I'd leave it to the second to last day of next season's transfer, of next season's transfer. It's deadline day. No, leave it to deadline day. And no, we can't leave it to deadline day. We'll leave it to the 30th of June. 30th of June. And he's there going, oh, I've got Juventus. They're going to pay me X amount signing on fee. I've got Betis. I've got clubs in Saudi. They're all going to pay the big Sanch, the big wedge. I would extend that fool's contract, meaning he misses out on that big payday. I would absolutely do that. I would do it out of spite. Yeah, I know he's not going to play for us again, but I would wait until he's doing all the media posts. Oh, yeah, looking for boom, extended. Absolutely, go do one. Oh, I hate him. I can't. Diego Simeone for what he did to Beckham. Sancho through the roof. Rasmus has gone on loan now again. Another one United have dropped the ball on. Another one that United have dropped the ball on. There was no need to get rid of. I'd have kept Rasmus as backup. The kid wanted to stay. You know my thoughts. If you want to play for this club and you play for it with pride, you're all right in my book. And he's gone. Another mess. We've got a hat full of tens, Dan, says Steve. I wish we got a midfielder. I really do. That's a letdown. I'll go into the midfielder in a second. I never wanted to, so I'm quite content. I'd save that. Glad the players have gone, though. Sancho is definitely the biggest joke. You're right. I am right. I don't think there's anybody that can honestly not. Andy says Lammens man of the match performance against City and we win. I hope so. Look, I don't want this to come across to you guys. Okay? I don't want this to come across to Manchester United fans or anybody that I am unhappy with signing this goalkeeper. I said yesterday, go and get the both of them because Lammens is what we need in the future. Martinez is what we need now. But I feel for the kid because he's going to be put in at the deep end. Kev says disappointed about no midfielder. Well, yeah. Regardless of goalies, Dan, we're all going to have to suffer with the midfielders we have and spending all that time with Belay messing around doing nothing. And Abbas says, did United confirm the Labour deal or not? Absolutely not, Abbas. And I did say this to you all. There was no chance. No chance we were going and getting Belabor. No midfield, happy oh dear. And yes, make sure you're hitting the like, people. Let's try and get a little bit more cheerful. I'll try my best. Big up, everyone. Finished my first day at new job. Hectic as AF, indeed. Knackered to the max. I'm all with all the running around. Going to tuck myself in now, have a fun stream. I'll try watching the replay. Yes, take care. Good to see you, Everest. Moxie says you can't be too disappointed with the Lammens signing down until Emmy was mentioned. You wanted him all along, mate. I know they've gone about it all wrong and left it too long, but he's here now. No, I agree with that. I agree with that, but I also disagree with that. It's like when your parents take you to the shop, right, and you've got no pocket money, and they walk you around, right? They walk you around. They go, "I'm going to get you a 10p mixture bag," and you go, "Oh, mint, yeah, sound." And you pick it up and you think, yeah. And then they take you past the big Cadbury's bars and the big, the big chocolate Galaxy, and they go, "Do you want one of these? Do you want one of these?" And you go, "Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not having it." Oh, brilliant. So I'm stuck with. I am absolutely over the moon that Lammens is here. But for us to go in for Emi Martinez, and you got to feel for Emi Martinez as well, because he obviously yesterday said to Villa, "I ain't playing for you. I'm done. I'm going to United." So that's another L this lad's going to have to take. I'm disappointed about the way Manchester United have gone about it, Moxie. I'm disappointed at the fact that we had the ability to go and get Martinez. I'm disappointed. Lammens, I wanted him. I still want him. But I think we've got about it the complete wrong way. I think we've gone about it the complete wrong way. And back to this, Moxie. Why didn't we get him 4 weeks ago? This kid cost 18 million. Why didn't we get him 4 weeks ago? I think they've dropped the ball massively. And yes, make sure you do like the stream. Don't be a miser and do it now. Please do. I won't wait out. Yeah, I'm glad you've had a good one. I don't think our window has been that bad. It just seems Nuno is refusing to play the new signings out of protest because of Edu, ignoring the targets he requested. Civil war is coming for Nottingham Forest. Civil war is absolutely coming. Warbzo says, "I'm happy with Lammens for the future, but really wanted Martinez to be able to just throw him in and know he can handle it and solidify the back, which is what we're crying out for." And this comment here is absolutely spot on. Warbzo, spot on. The comment, that's what we needed. That's what we needed. So annoyed, man. Taunton Town beat Tipton 4-3. What a way. I'm glad to hear that, Liam. I'm glad you had fun, mate. Red Devil Studio says, realistically, not to get European football and failure to overload players early cost us the transfer window. That said, the attack was the priority and this was addressed. It was. But even a blind person could see that we needed a new goalkeeper, Red Devil Studio. Even a blind person knew that. I agree Sancho should want to leave to further his career, but he has the option to stay for 1 more year on wages. He will probably never be near to earning ever again. He clearly has no desire for himself. No, he doesn't. He's a clown. Liam says 854 yesterday on the tenfold accumulator. Oh, I love that. I still think no midfielder down to Mainoo staying so he can get minutes in. I'll get through these comments and then I'll go on to the midfielder. Thoughts on your window, says Sophie. Sophie's changed her profile picture. Thoughts on your midfielder. Thoughts on the transfer window. Started incredible. I tell you what, I likened it to me in the 1500 meters. First time I ever tried it. The goal went bang. I sprinted off and I was ahead by a lap and a half. I was, yeah, I shouldn't do that on camera. I was away and I thought this is easy. And then as I got to the next half, I ended up finishing 8th out of 10. And United started this with an absolute blast, and it just pitted away. And you know something? Shame on these accounts, these ones that make you believe that they know what they're talking about. Shame on these accounts that say, "Oh, United have got loads of money still, 140 million." Shame on them, man. Shame on them. Walter says, "My personal hope was that we got Martinez and then got Vitek back next year. Honestly, I'm not entirely sold on Lammens. Hope I'm proven wrong." Lammens. I'm going to say Lammens. Lammens is a good keeper. He's a good keeper. I just don't think he's what we need right now. That's why I'd have took him. Look, at boxing, you're right for calling me out here. You are, because I wanted this guy, but that was because we genuinely didn't feel like we were going to get Donnarumma, and the money was the reason I didn't want him. And Martinez was dead in the water because we went in with a cheeky loan bid. So that's where I was. But I wanted him earlier on in the transfer window so we could bed him in. I hope he would buy Martinez as well. For the now, yeah, so did I, and I agree with them going about it wrong, as he should have been in before the first game. We could have had the rest of the transfer window to get CDM. Buy for future, but the present is more important. Yeah, United definitely needed to bring in an experienced, established figure for the goalkeeper spot this window, says Isaac. And as we didn't get a new midfielder this summer, is there anyone other than Kone that can get into the first team? Well, that'll be seen to be whatever. We'll see. We'll see. We still haven't announced. Yeah, I know. I wonder if he's staying now that Ten Hag's gone. And I'm pleased with the window. We solved a lot of issues with the players that needed to leave, and a lot of the issues with the players coming in. Did we really do well with the players that left Wahaha? Did we? Sancho's going out on loan. Anthony's gone for 21 million with a 50% sell on. Rashford went on loan with an obligation to buy. And by the way he's looking at Barca at the moment, he'll be back next season. Garnacho went for Leicester, we'd hoped. Rasmus went on loan. Malacia, bless his heart, I don't know where he is. Did we really do well with the players going out? I don't think we did. Yeah, I agree with the Isaac antics. I personally think our window is class. I still think we do need a midfielder. Absolutely right. Thinking that we'll get it all done in this window. No, I didn't expect us to get it all done in this window. If you go back, I said 3 weeks in, once we got the striker sorted with Brian, and we had King there, we need a midfielder and we need a goalkeeper. Those two positions, by the way, start this season, have been where we have been appalling. So we weren't going to get it all sorted, but the club led us to believe that. Reports coming out, the players we were interested led us to believe that. Steve-O says, sorry, Dan, I'm so cheesed. How are we going to do well with Ugarte, who can't pass? Casemiro with a walking stick. Bruno, who wanders around, going missing, and Mainoo, who plods about in his own world. Mainoo staying is massive news, by the way. Mainoo stay, and you know what? I'm just going to quickly check Twitter because, I've done this dance before, chat. I've done this dance before where I thought something has happened. I mean, United are, we wish you the best of luck, Rasmus. It's just a joke. No, there's nothing. No, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Interesting news. This has just been dropped 9 minutes ago by Indicaila News. This is massive. Apparently, this will be Oliver Glasner's last season at Palace. Any new contract signed will have a release clause. This contract, if signed, will be for PR marketing reasons only. The manager is very ambitious and is eyeing up one particular job in the Premier League, and then they put a devil sign there. Interesting news coming out there about Glasner. And Glasner's going to be fuming. He's lost Eze, Gahey. Who else has he lost? People are going to be pleasantly surprised by Lammens. Mark, I hope so. Look, again, if you've just joined now and you're hearing me moaning, I'm happy we've got Lammens. I am. I think we're going to throw him in at the deep end, and that's my worry. Juan Ronaldo, hope you're well, mate, says we needed a midfielder, so that is a big miss. Otherwise, I think it's been a pretty successful window. We have years of bad contracts, etc., to try and unload and got some new blood in. Yeah. Based on their salaries and contracts, I think we did well. Yeah, they're off the books for now. I'm glad you had that in there. She says, if you'd have said to me at the start of the window we would sign Cunha, Brian, Sesko, and Lammens and got the bomb squared out, then I'd have been quite satisfied. Only the midfielder we needed is missing. It looks like it's just me that thinks that this has been a horrendous window. I don't think we have. I don't think we have had a good window. I think the three have been good signings, of course they have, and they will hopefully change us going forward. But for us to get a goalkeeper, I'm not even going to keep saying it because I'll wind myself up. I didn't expect selling many of them with the wages they're on, and Zinchenko is staying because he won't lower his wages. Carl says, even in all, I think we did as well as we could with the players who have left. They have been so bad. We just need them out of the club this season at the very least. The 3 games we have played really well in patches, just need to be consistent for 90 minutes, says Andy. Yeah, we have played well in patches. Biggest issue this season so far, the formation stinks, I still think that. But the biggest issue for me this season has been the goalkeeper. And yes, we've gone and got Lammens, and I would have took Lammens, and I feel really, really bad because it's almost a case of because I've been shown something that we could have got and we didn't get it. Now I sort of I'm almost envious of what we have got. I'm sort of feeling a bit irritated. Manchester United got that Martinez deal done. Should have got that Martinez deal done. Do we think League Two might move into midfield? I know it's by no means a long-term solution, but he might not be. He might be able to replace Casemiro and Ugarte. No, I don't think he can play in there. He's played 4 times there in his whole career. One Ronaldo, and there's this myth that he can play there. He played 4 times, and that was when they had injury issues at Ajax in the Dutch league. I wouldn't be putting this lad there in the Premier League. No chance. You get absolutely destroyed. Isaac says, Dan, I was looking at this the other day. Despite the fact Chelsea spent over 2 billion over the last 5 years, their balance is only about 100 million worse than United's. Shows how poor United are at selling. We're joking. I think Glasner will go as he didn't want Gay sold today. There is reports that apparently he's blocked that deal. Let's have a quick look. I think apparently. Let me just have a quick look. Apparently, he hasn't gone. Is this true? Chat, let me know if you can see. I can't see this, and if obviously we need it's Mark Gahey, Liverpool. Let's have a look. We'll have a look. Of course, we'll have a look. I don't know. There's reports apparently that he hasn't gone. Okay, so it's still not done yet. That might be like a midnight one. Sophie says if Amorim goes and you get Glasner, that would be a class appointment. I can't lie. Wahan said, plus we've got players in that we shouldn't have with the deep shite we're in. Okay. Going to be a long old season this midfield. With this midfield, I'm worried. And yes, make sure you smash the likes, people. Andy, I will. I'll cheer up now. I've had my say. You got to remember, I work in commercial insurance. I have to sit there watching this unfold, trying to keep it in. It's impossible. I'd start Heaton as number one with. Oh God, no. You can't start Heaton as number one again away at Man City, dude. That would be preposterous. We've got to go. We're going to have to go with Lammens there. And Lammens could do well. Look, Lammens is the best under 23 rated goalkeeper in Europe. His goalkeeping saves are incredible. He is a big boy. He comes out in claims. This lad, I could fall in love with this lad all over again. I fell in love with him earlier on in the transfer. I'm happy to do it again. Get what we got here. Gahey hasn't gone through yet. There we go. Palace pulled out pause when their replacement deal fell through. And the Gahey deal is going down to the wire because Palace couldn't get a replacement. The Kanji just went to Inter. Bloody hell. I'll smash a like when I see it. Look, it's here. It is here. It is. It's here. Don't worry. It's here. Now, there was news that Manchester United late on in the day went in for Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher on loan, and apparently it was reported that Atletico Madrid said, no, we're only going to let him go on a full sale. I don't know how I feel about Conor Gallagher. I can't lie to you. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if I'd have wanted Conor Gallagher. I don't think he'd have revolutionised the midfield because, put it this way, for someone who has stayed today, Kobbie Mainoo, I think Kobbie Mainoo could absolutely get that chance now to play for Manchester United. We are going to see in the next few weeks with Cunha's injury, they still haven't released any more update on that he is going to get more minutes. So I am feeling a lot happier now that Kobbie Mainoo's staying, and I think he'll get the minutes, and I think this will start to calm down now. And I think he absolutely can come in and do a really, really good job in that midfield. Bruno, as we know, is going to be pushed forward. We know Bruno will be in the 10. They won't push Ahmad there. I think it's going to be an exciting time now for Kobbie Mainoo. I think he's going to do really well. Sophie says Conor Gallagher would have done well in the Amorim system. Yeah, look, he's a good player. He's a good player, but here was my concern with Conor Gallagher coming in. Conor Gallagher comes in, and I think he would have taken the spot of Mainoo. And I absolutely think Mainoo deserves the chance to have a run now of games in this football team. I genuinely do. Thoughts on Lissandro in the pivot when he's healthy? No. We can't play him there. Chat, honestly, I know. I appreciate what you're saying. He's aggressive. He can pass the ball. Play him left side of centre back. That's where we want him to play. Play him there. And besides, you know what my thoughts are. Get big Harry Maguire in the CDM role. That guy. Play on the wing, you can play CDM. Weird since Pep played occasional. Well, Pep's in trouble, I think. Wolves, I said that as well. I think he'd do well there. There's a few of you that want Martinez there. Thing is, if we got Palace manager, will it be the same as now with Amorim? Will they play the same formation? Who knows? This is the thing, isn't it? Like, I knew these reports would start. I didn't think they'd start as quick as they did, but the second that Palace started to lose all their players, we were linked with him for a minute when after the Grimsby result, people saying Glasner to United would be great. Glasner's a world-class manager, in my opinion. I think he's done incredible work at Crystal Palace. And I think he is ready now to take that next step and go up the table with a. Well, I say up the table. He finished above us last season, but he's ready to take on that next big job. Here he is. Anthony Buckley says, Dan, sorry late, bro. Absolutely top news. Got rid of some more of the wasters and got a potential top class keeper. I'm a lot happier than yesterday. I'm happy with Lammens. I am. I'm very happy with him. Honestly, think international break has come at a great time for us. 3 points in the bag versus Burnley in 2 weeks for Amorim to work a bit more with the players like Mainoo. Come on, folks, let's have some optimism. We're going to have optimism. We're going to be optimistic now. Afternoon to you, lovely lot as well. There we go. Gallagher would have been another Mount type adoration player for Amorim. I agree with that. Haha. Yeah, a few big weeks for Mainoo now with Cunha injured, and Shaw's been doing well at left centre back. So why does he play? Where does he play if Martinez comes back in? Well, this is the thing, Carl. This is the beauty, and this is where I will get positive. Luke Shaw has not looked out of place at left-sided centre-back. I think he's been really good there. How good is it to have an informed Luke Shaw playing there and Alessandro Martinez to come back to push him? That's what we want. Manchester United want that. We have been waiting for that. Top-class players to come in and push the players we already have to make them play better. So that's where I see us with that. That's where I see us. I think it's a massive positive that Manchester United get Alessandro Martinez back. Let's just have a look as well, because I tell you what, I wanted to. So what's Gary Neville said? Gary Neville says, Emmy. He hasn't commented. I'm not reading the comment out. This is just what he's commented. Emmy versus Lammens. Emmy's got a presence, character, and mentality. Lammens is younger, stronger, loads of growth ahead. Both are good at stopping shots. So the question, Owen, do you take experience now or bet on potential for years? This kid is going to be a world-class keeper. Like, there is so much you read about this guy, and I've watched him. Like, when we were linked at the start of the window, I really started to do my homework on him. He is a strong boy, 6'5". This guy is. I want to see a goalkeeper now. When the corner comes in, he comes out and claims it like it's his own. And look, this is the positive. Let's go with the positivity. If this works, if this Lammens deal pays off and he ends up hitting the ceiling that we want, we've got a top-class keeper here for a minimum of 10 years. A minimum. Imagine how good it would be knowing who your goalkeeper is going to be for the next 10 years and they're decent. That is great news for Manchester United. Glasner is backed out after hearing about the deal sheet and Palace. Honestly, there's so much about Glasner. I do like what I've seen so far. He is a big presence. I tell you what, we haven't done a poll yet. Let's do a poll because I want to know what your opinions are on the transfer window. So let me get that up. Let me hit that up. You've got to hit that up. Right. Start a poll. Do you want to start a poll, Dan? How do you rate the window? Out of 10, this is chat. So 6. It's time to begin. Count me in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, right. Okay. I'll put 9 to 10 because it won't let me do 5. How do you rate this window, Man United fans? Out of 10. That's in there for you to vote. And also, guys and girls, make sure you are smashing the likes on these videos. We're at 23 likes. Let's please get that to 30. We are getting positive now. We're in a better mood. We are in a better mood. I do apologise. It's just what this club does to me. 40 minutes, first poll. What have you been waiting for me? Have you been waiting for me? Of course I'm always waiting for you. Yeah. So let's move on anyway. So look, international football is coming. International football. Manchester United don't play. Let me just have a quick look when the next fixture is. Man United fixtures. So how long is it until we play City? Is it 2 weeks? 14th of September. Jesus Christ, that's just under 2 weeks away. Now, here's what we will focus on with the midfield with Manchester United is if Manchester United have got the right goalkeeper here, if they have, and look, Lammens is who I wanted. I did want at the start of the window, and he comes in and sorts out, and he's 80% better than what we've had already. Well, then, in the 4 games we played this season, Arsenal, mistake. Fulham, mistake. Grimsby, 2 mistakes. Burnley, 1 mistake. We've seen 5 goalkeeping errors in 4 games. Is this the missing part of the puzzle for Manchester United? Can we, because actually, if we look at it this way, if Bruno Fernandes is going to play in the 10, well, then straight away the midfield starts to look different already, because then you have 2 midfielders, central midfielders playing in that role. And I think you will see Casemiro and Mainoo play there. I don't think you'll drop Mount back there. I can't see that happening. So does this change the way Manchester United play? Now, don't forget, we do have City away who are going to have Donnarumma. But I'll be honest with you, Man City have looked absolutely appalling. Absolutely appalling this season. They smashed Wolves 4-0. Wolves, someone having a bloody argument outside here. Oh, what's happening out here? Oh, Kev, the Skagheads are back. For me, Man City have been appalling, as I was saying. Wolves, terrible team at the moment. Can't seem to get a win. I feel sorry for them. They are struggling. Is this the right time for us to play Manchester City? Coming off the back of 2 losses in a row. Manchester United obviously picked up 4 points in those games. City have picked up 0. We're ahead of them in the table. And it's a long, long way off yet for us to sort of think about who's going to play in that team. But let me just have a quick look and see what... Cunha injury. Let me see if there's any updates. This would definitely cheer me up. Right then, potential returns. Let's have a look. So it is his hamstring. Oh God, we're still waiting for medical tests. Apparently. Still waiting for medical tests. Still waiting for medical tests on it. And yeah, there we go, guys. You're actually right, Warbzo. The deal is done. The deals are done. The deals are done. Let's go through some of these comments. But yeah, as I say, and actually, I'll ask this. Sorry, just to quickly to fall back on that. I went off on a tangent then. Is this the right time for Manchester United to play Manchester City? I absolutely think it is. This is a derby game. United will be up for this. You will have the big boys up for this. City still don't seem to know what they're wanting to achieve with this team that Pep's put together. I mean, how much has he spent in the last 6 months? It's like 350 million. Shirky, wants to kill United. Yep, you're not there, mate. You're out for 2 months. Off you go. I think it's going to be an interesting game. Let me go through some more of these comments. I wish United had signed both. Martinez will take the fear out of the team and the fans. That is guaranteed. I agree with that, Akko. We did get a good deal with Anthony, I suppose. Reflect that in the number. The thing with Anthony is we got the 50% sell-on fee. So he could go there and absolutely bang and go for more, for a ridiculous amount of money, and we get more money back off that. So it is true. Doggy Dog says midfielder needed. Evening, and yes, good to see you, my friend. Akko says it's a 6 for me. I haven't seen much at all, and the Grimsby defeat worsened the case. Moxie says one big thing with Lammens of what I've watched is that he does come for the ball and seems to catch the ball a lot rather than punch or parry it. I hope he comes in with 0 fear and sets the tone. I hope he does too. I absolutely do. Don't care what anyone says. Compared to what we've had over the last 10 to 15 years, this window is easy and 8 out of 10. I'm going to give you my ranking in a minute. 8 out of 10 for Carl. Doggy Dog says, I wouldn't be surprised to see Onana up his game now. He's got a proper competition. I think we're trying to get rid of Onana. I think it wouldn't surprise me if he goes in the next week or so, because it's the 11th, isn't it, that other clubs stop. 8 out of 10 as well, says Moxie. Okay, what are these scragheads doing outside my house? Honestly, it's like EastEnders out here. Does that help with the goalkeeper work? Does that help the goalkeeper work with Amorim in the international break? It definitely does. 8 for Wahaha. But again, true value will be shown after the season. Nathan says 7 out of 10. Anthony says can't be worse than the Arsenal first game. We have nothing to fear at all going to the empty hat. I agree. Will it depend on the lineup? Says Baba Flossie. Of course it will. Of course it will. But we won't know, will we? We won't know for another week and a half what we're even going to look like. We've got to hope to God that these lads go off an international break and don't come back injured. Moxie says be minimum of 4 weeks for a hamstring injury, I think, maybe. I think a draw with City, which is a good result. Yeah, I agree. Senne Lammens saved 5 out of 9 penalties last season. Come on, let's give the boy a real chance at Manchester United. Big upgrade on Onana. Chat, you've done it. You've done it. You've done it. This is me before you lot giving me a kick up the arse. This is me after. Let's get Lammens going, yeah? Let's get it going. We are 3 games in, Dan, and we have brought 3 forwards in. Must give them time to gel. I agree. I do agree with that. Yeah, and better not rush hamstring injuries. Well, look at Arsenal. Amas has gone on loan to Sheffield Wednesday. I'm very happy about that. And I tell you what I am going to do, chat. I'm probably going to do some Sheffield Wednesday watch-alongs because I want to watch Amas get minutes. If he's playing, I'll do watch-alongs. I am so excited about Amas. I think he can develop into a stunning left wing back. If we beat them, Pep will come under pressure. If Man United beat City, Pep has to be under pressure. Akko says 8 to 10. Come on, guys. How many points have we wasted already because of goalkeepers? We could have prevented all these. Anana has gone. He just hasn't realised it yet, says Anthony. Hope Højlund and Lindelof smash it. The rest, I wish nothing but the worst. Lindelof going to Aston Villa, by the way. That's a mad signing. That is a mad signing. 8 out of 10 for the few we got, but 4 out of 10 for not getting him in for pre-season. Dominic Franklin. I don't know you. I don't know what you're all about, but I like you. And that is what I would say my transfer window would be. That right there, that comment is spot on. 8 out of 10, yeah, we've got some stunning players in, but 4 out of 10 for not getting them in for pre-season. 4 out of 10 for not getting the goalkeeper in and giving this lad a chance. But this is a great comment. Opposition teams will only stop launching the ball at our keeper once we prove he can defend that play. At least he didn't cost 50 million quid. Absolutely. Manchester United, look, Lammens could have an absolute worldie against City. And by the way, out of the 2 fan bases, City's fan base will be more worried about playing our keeper than us playing against Donnarumma. And that's because we know what Donnarumma's about, but we also know that Donnarumma can't play with his feet. He can't play from the back like that. He can't. He's not a Pep-style goalkeeper. With our goalkeeper, they are going to all be saying, you know what's going to happen. They'll turn up and he'll be mint. Go at them at the Etihad. Don't be a pussy like Arteta yesterday. I don't think we will either. I think you're right. And yes, come on, Moxie. It's all because of you guys cheering me up. There we go, Dan. Just imagine if Lammens turns into the next De Gea for 10 years. I agree. And I know it's mad, but Cunha has been injured, has helped the midfield and pushed Bruno forward for City, says Jamie. Eriksen's still without a club, right? He is still without a club. That's mad. Forget about Christian Eriksen, don't you? I tell you what. Let's go through what players are still on a free. What players are on a free transfer? Let's see if there's any names in here. Free agents. Hang on a second. We'll go through them. Tomiyasu's on a free, but he can't stay fit. Josh Brownhill. Kurt Zuma's on a free. Reguilon. Let's bring Reguilon back so he can warm the bench again, bless him. Josh Da Silva. Ziyech. Eriksen. I'm just trying to think if there's any big ones, if there's any well-named ones. No, there's not any bigger ones. Pjanic as well. Imagine if there was like just a decent, just like a world-class, can but dream. Tomiyasu. Do you know what? Tomiyasu, when he first come to Arsenal, I was really impressed with Tomiyasu, but he just couldn't stay fit. And yes, I completely agree with that, Wahaha. Absolute bellend he is. Lindelof is a good signing for Villa, to be fair. Solid defender, gives his all and proper professional. Wish Victor nothing but the best, just not against United. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that. Victor Lindelof was a good, honest bloke, wasn't he? Good, honest bloke. And I think, you know, I wish him the best in his career. He was one that, again, wasn't an arsehole, was he? Wasn't an arsehole. Just seen Dele Alli's available on the free now. Do you remember the Jose Mourinho video with him? You are fucking lazy. Agree, Moxie. He was not bad to have on the bench for a free. Well, let's have a look at the. I'll tell you what. Let me share the screen. Let me go on to Manchester United's website. Manchester United, and let's get the squad up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Right then, players. Let's go with the men. Right then. I'll share this screen and we'll go through the squad. They haven't put Lammens on there yet. That's worrying. Right, let's go through. Let me get rid of the comment a second, and let me share this screen for you folks. We're going to go through the squad. This is who Manchester United have. Right, you can see that. I think you can see that. Okay, so we've got Binder, Heaton, Anana, and we've got Lammens who will go there. Then we've got in defence, we've got Dallo, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Maguire, Yoro, Dorgu. Oh, look at him. Bless him. Look at him looking up with such hope. Martinez, Shaw. Then we've got Heaven, Fredrickson, and Leon. This is what concerns me. Look at that midfield. Look at that midfield. No Dangor, gutted. Collier, we shouldn't have let Collier go out on loan, guys. So we've got Mount, Bruno, Casemiro, Ugarte, and we've got Kobbie Mainoo. And then the forwards, that breaks me heart, that does. Cunha, Xerxes, Ahmad, Chida Obi, Sesko, and Mbuemo. Honestly, I hate that bloke. What are our thoughts? What are our thoughts on what we've been left with? I got to be honest with you. That midfield does look light, doesn't it? I'm not moaning. What I'm saying is, I think Kobbie Mainoo definitely is going to get the minutes now. Definitely going to get the minutes now. Amrit says, I wanted Emmy because he was one of the only players who I know, who I would know from before how he'd perform. Lammens is either a huge success or a failure. And though one thing Amorim has done, which no coach has been able to do since Fergie, is clear the garbage. And do you know something? I'm just going to undo my belt, guys. Oh, God, I tied it too tight today. I hope you can't see that. It's not that sort of video. Just loosening. Don't worry. You can picture the thumbnail now, can't you? I lost the plot there. What was I saying? Yes. Ruben Amorim and Ineos, I will say this, have done well. Begrudgingly, should have been done sooner, but begrudgingly, they have done well to get a lot of these arseholes out of our club. They have done well to get them out. And now we're going to see if this club, if this squad is going to get together, band together like a band of brothers and really push on now. And really push on and build that support for each other. This belt is absolutely destroying me. Mrs. Robinson, the belt's hurting me. Buy me a new belt. Sorry, guys, you don't want to see this. I know you don't, but mighty. I tell you what it is. It's one of them thin ones. Bloody hate them, I do. Oh, it's better. I can breathe. He has done well. Manchester United, as a club, have finally got rid of all of the rotten eggs. Malacia wasn't a rotten egg, but they've got rid of the rotten eggs. The only one I think that could turn into a rotten egg now is Anana, because I think he is going to absolutely change his tact. Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted. Hang on a second. Okay. I tell you what, Palace are making Liverpool wait there. So, yeah, the ones that have gone, you'd like to think hopefully we build on from this now. What else have we got here? Wasn't it Maguire that sacked Ollie? I think Lindelof is innocent. Maguire loved Ollie. Maguire. Who was the guy next to Martinez? Let's have a look. Tyrell Malacia, there you go. So, nobody knows who he is anymore, do they? Tyrell Malacia. Good evening, Dan and chat. Glad the transfer window is over. I agree, Goat Father. Do you honestly think I think you've been... Honestly, I don't... Again, Newcastle United, I am going to say this, and I mean this with all the respect in the world, but why on earth did you wait until the last day of the window to sell Isak? An unwanted thing that was. And Visser for 55 million, man. Jesus Christ. I think Collier going on loan was a must. He needs to get regular minutes in and grow. Currently, he's nowhere near good enough for us. He's 21, though. I feel like this was his break. This was his make or break season with United. He comes back, he's going to be 22. Do you really think him having a decent loan at West Bromwich Albion is going to push him into the United team? I'm not sure. It will be midfielder and right wing back another time. And I honestly see Martinez in midfield. Mark my words, to defend. No, definitely not. I appreciate you though, Carl. And no matter what happens this season, let's still, of course, look, Steve, you're absolutely spot on. Moxie, if you notice with Moxie and Andy, two of the main OGs here, right? They always let me know. They always let me know that I'm being miserable. This community will stay together for this season and it will grow together. We have got so much planned this season. We are going to absolutely keep growing. But I will not forget the originals. I'll not forget the chats that we have. We're not going to be that channel where we just you fall into obscurity. This channel is a great channel. And it's because of you people. What do you mean, you people? Martinez would fit into the midfield. Players would fear him, and no, come on, let's stop doing. We can't play him there. I believe our defending has improved, says Amrit. Just imagine Leacher being in the squad. Our chances created have improved massively from 6 chances a game to 27-30. They have improved. We've just got to put the ball in the back of the net. If United could put the ball in the back of the net, we'd be bloody top of the table at the moment. The amount of chances we've had in every Premier League game. Still slagging United previous signings on Slow Sports News. Just move on, will you? Of course they will. This is what they do. This is what they do, Sky Sports News. They use United. They won't talk about City being in the mud, Villa being in the mud. They won't talk about Newcastle only having 2 points. It's always United. Visser is class. He is class. He's 29 now, doggy dog. 29, 55 million for a 29-year-old. 21 is old, mate. I'm 38, so 38's age, and don't ask Kev about his age. I'm joking, Kev. Can you tell me about your thoughts on Lammens? Lammens is going to be a fantastic goalkeeper. Absolutely is going to be a fantastic goalkeeper. I just worry, and I'm not going to get back into it. If you're just tuning in, I would have rathered Martinez and Lammens, but it wasn't to be. He wasn't good enough. That's why they've pied him to West Brom. And Goat Father says, Isak destroyed our window. Think we have replaced him well. I agree with that. He didn't play for us. He's not good enough. Martinez would be a very demanding personality in the team, automatically improve the whole squad, whether it is in offence or defence. And I think if Amorim gets top 8 with this, he should be given another year. Yeah, Parv, and I'll agree with that. Guys, Manchester United finishing the top 7. I'm going to go top 7. Of course he keeps his job. And then I think he builds with the transfers we look at next season. We'll definitely stay together, but the club should win something unless they want to break the Liverpool Baron record. And could maybe get Riderworld in as cover for CDM. A free was good when he came through at Ajax. First at Palace for a period. He seems to have lost his way, but can break up and pass. That's true. I mean, that's what you were willing to spend on Watkins, and Wisser is much better than Watkins right now. What? Wahaha. Have you seen Watkins' record compared to Visser's? Visser had a good season last season. Watkins is the 3rd highest GNA in the Premier League in the last 5 years. I think I took Watkins over Visser. Mainoo must start with Ugarte or Casemiro. Well, yeah, I agree. I think it should be Casemiro. And yeah, mate, Wolves down this year. I'm looking at a manager who's hinting at the fact that United will not finish top 5. Now they've started evaluating the season, potentially. And Dan, from now on, it's going to be you and Kev in the watch. Is it going to be you and Kev? I can't see why not. I think Kev's enjoying him. I'm enjoying him. Kev does tend to keep me a bit calmer than I used to be watching the football. Okay, bro, it's 12 at night. Good night. Take care, Parv. Good to see you, my man. And have you seen him play lately? Who, Watkins? Yeah, he's having a dodgy start to the season, but I still think he's class. Where does Onana go now? I think he'll either go to Turkey or Saudi. And top 6, I hope and pray, says Chappie. Right then, guys. I'm not ending it there. I'm not ending it there. Everybody spare a thought. In fact, let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Let's do this. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Right, okay. Let me just bring this for you. Spare a thought. Spare a thought for our German counterparts who decided it would be fun to mock us. Just hoping we don't get Grimsby. Just hoping we don't get Grimsby. Yeah, you're going to have to get a new manager as well now, lads. Bayern Leverkusen sacking Ten Hag after 2 games of football. Karma is a bitch. As if they tried to banter Manchester United. You can't even keep your own club in check, lads. You've got 1 point all season. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I feel for Ten Hag because I'm sure he's a nice bloke, but that's him finished as a manager for me. That's him as a top manager. He'll probably go back to Holland and do something, but I wanted to see that one more time, folks. I'll be there as long as all of you are happy with that. Here he's going. Here he's going. You know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. Oh, I'll only do it if you lot want me. So you all go, oh, Kev, please, please. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Hang on a second. Let's get him on the bloody phone. Oh, I'll only stay on if you're happy to have me on. Oh, God. Oh, look at him, bless him. He's sat in his United blazer as well.
Oh, it's terrible.
They love you, Kev. Give the people what they want. Give the people what they want. I'll pop and see you in a bit, mate.
Your channel, you know that. I've said that to you before. If people are saying I just want you, then I understand that.
Shameful. I'll see you later. Oh, dearie me, that man. I love that man. so funny. You and Kev do make a good duo. Kev the brain. Hey. What do you mean the brain? The new Saints and Greavesy. Oh, yeah, Kev is definitely the calming influence in the watch-alongs, mate. By the way, it feels like Amorim and Arteta are playing limbo, lowering the bar over and over to keep one up in each other. Damn keyboard. What did I miss? What did you put? Did I miss something there, Goatfather? Be the end of Amorim in 5 games? No, I don't think it'll be the end of Amorim in 5 games, doggy dog dog. United have obviously clearly stated that they don't have that they needed a midfielder. They're fine. He's fine. Ten Hag is a criminal, but 04 already sold out 6 or 7 of the best players. They did, but they had the money. 3x Man United sackings within 5 days. That is crazy. That is crazy. And again, I go back to what I said before. There are some fools out there that are telling me, oh, you shit on Moxie. I didn't shit on Moxie. Sorry, Moxie. You shit on Ten Hag. Look at him. He's gone to Bayer Leverkusen. He's going to show you all. Yeah, he did. He showed us how to leave a job in 60 seconds. What else have we got? Good grief. That's free. Yeah, there we go. Steve-O knows. I'm always smiling, guys. Amorim, I'll play 3 at the back against Grimsby. Arteta, hold my beer. I'll play 3 CDMs. Hey, 2 games. Must have done something bad to be sacked after 2 games. And Ma, the meatloaf. That is definitely a Wedding Crashers reference. Wahaha. Am I right? That is definitely a Wedding Crashers reference. Ma, the meatloaf. Wow, I like that. And Kev, there he is. And Andy says you pair are as funny as Well then, we're going to leave it on that bright note. You beautiful people. Manchester United, this is our team now until January. Could we go and do something in January? Maybe, potentially. However, we literally go into... Oh, hang on a minute. Let me just have a quick look at this. Ollie apologised to the fans for finishing second. Now we think 8th is good. Bring Ollie back. Bring Ollie back. Wow. Bruh. Let me have a quick look and see what we were doing with the I haven't even finished the bloody voting, have I? Let me check the voting. The votes are in. The votes are in, and I can confirm. I can't confirm because I can't find the bloody votes. Where have I put the vote? I don't know where I've put the vote, chat. I don't know where I've put the thing. Let me find the vote. Hang on a minute. Bloody hell. Only live. This would only happen live, wouldn't it? Right. The vote is in. I can reveal the winner of X Factor 2025 with 50% of the votes. 6 out of 10 is what you ranked this transfer window. 6 out of 10, chat. We've also finished on the 30 likes. Fantastic news. Look, before we go, I just love this by Nath. Nath, I'm going to speak to you about this. Indeed it is, honey. Look at so when he's at the funeral and he's looking and going, love that. Martinez playing midfield. No. Can we talk? Can you do more on TikTok? I used to, doggy dog, but I've been doing this. And I'm married, so I can't put too much time into social media, or else I've been divorced. Good chat once Dan cheered up a little bit. Bring on City. And Ollie, will we ever see attacking side like Ollie's? Who knows? Chat, love you all, adore you all. Manchester United, this is our team from now until January at least. Don't get scared now. Manchester United, Dan United, Ollie Brigade, Ten Hag Brigade, Brian Brigade, Ruben Amorim Brigade. Any brigade you want. Uta!